Good morning. Welcome to 49ers in 5, your daily update on everything happening with the team that you need to know. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. Today is Thursday, November 16th, 2023. Here's what's happening with your San Francisco 49ers. We'll get to Kyle Shanahan's press conference in a minute, but first, we always begin every show with the injury report. The following players did not participate in practice. Trent Williams with the ankle/rest day. Aaron Banks still has turf toe. He's already been ruled out of Sunday's game against the Buccaneers. And Nick Bosa tore his biceps. He is out for the rest of the season. The Niners will have tryouts this week to replace him. Also, anybody on the practice squad like Al Manning and Corey Luciano are candidates to replace him, according to Kyle Shanahan. In terms of limited participants in practice, Colton McKivitz with the ankle and Demetrius Flannigan-Fowles also with an ankle. Now, to the audio portion of the show. We know the Bucs are coming to town this week. You've probably heard/seen a lot of flashbacks to the Nick Bosa sacking Baker Mayfield in 2019 and doing the flag plant celebration like he did, or taunting him after the game. So, Nick Bosa, you and Baker still got beef?
No, I don't. I met him at the waste management, and he's nice.
Did you guys bond a little?
I mean, we said hi. I've never had anything against him, just a joke as a rookie.
Boo. I like when there's beefs. I think NFL beefs are good. I think they make the game more interesting. And let's be honest, who would mind if Nick Bosa was just slightly more motivated coming into this game, right? Any motivation you can get can be useful motivation. We'll see how the Niners do on Sunday. Let's go to Kyle Shanahan now. You've had a chance to watch the Jags game, evaluate the film. Did you notice a difference in the pass rush with Chase Young out there?
Yeah, I did, especially when he broke to the right, just chase his speed. Trevor got out of there one time, and his speed to get to him, make it a 3-yard run. Just some of the push on the tackle, just getting a quarterback off a spot that makes him move into other places, but it was definitely helped.
If that rush is anything like we saw in Week 10, the 49ers defense is going to look a hell of a lot better, and they're going to have a chance to win every single game, no matter who they play, down the stretch of the season. One more from Kyle before we go. He offered this very helpful tip for anybody that wants to watch film out there, more like the people in the NFL watch film.
Watch secondary, watch fronts, you watch coverage. It's not just where it should go, it's where you know it's going to go. Based off of how long we block and look, and it's also so you can have an idea of what to call next and pick up stuff throughout the game.
You don't watch like the ball. You would have to see that on the
If anybody's watching the ball, that means they have no clue what's going on, except what the ball does.
You actually can't see it. It's right behind me. I'll try to move out of the way. Right there, if you're watching on the stream, there's a great book called Take Your Eye Off the Ball by Pat Kerwin. It basically is an entire book devoted to what Kyle Shanahan just said. Don't watch the ball, watch everything else, and you'll learn a heck of a lot more about what happened on any given play. We always give you one thing to read, one thing to watch, and one thing you might have missed. One thing to read on this Thursday. There has been a change in the Super Bowl odds. If you want to see it, click the link in the description of this episode, and you should, because if you read it right, there is a very good bet that could make you some money in February. One thing to watch. Remember that Fred Warner clip I told you about where the Jags player admitted that they didn't know what they were doing? Well, Fred was asked about it. He commented yesterday very, very briefly. If you want to see what he said, click the link in the description of this episode. One thing you may have missed, the Niners made a change to the practice squad. They're bringing back North Dakota State defensive lineman Spencer Wagee, who they converted from a defensive end to a defensive tackle. And they also released defensive end Antonio Bryant in a corresponding move. That's a wrap on today's 49ers in 5. Please rate, review, and follow the Gold Standard Podcast Network. Enjoy your Thursday, everybody. Levin Black and I will be live on YouTube later today and Twitch, 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time. We'll talk about the Bucs. We'll talk about Baker and Bosa and Brock and all of it. Any other topics that begin with B, we'll probably get to also. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. We'll talk later today.